It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. See you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing.
Hello everyone, Alisa Fish here, and the point of this video is to bring awareness, especially to people who have bunny rabbits as a pets, and in general any other animals, and beware of the Guelph Animal Hospital. The other name is OVC, Ontario Veterinary College of Guelph, in Guelph. My story is very short. I had a bunny rabbit, lion-headed, and all of a sudden, a few days ago, she stopped eating, and she was lethargic. So I didn't hesitate, didn't wait too long, and I rushed her to the hospital. 24-hour emergency, where you pay double price, of course. Anyway, it doesn't matter how much you pay. I with all my heart, with all my soul, I believed people, I believed stuff. They took their time at the emerge. They gave her critical care, which is it's basically like a liquid hay that they give to bunnies when they don't eat. She was still not passing the poop, and then all her vitals were fine. She was nice and warm. We kept her warm. Her heartbeat, her blood pressure, everything was nice and stable. A few days passed, and the doctor told us it most likely her liver, part of the liver, sometime in bunny rabbits as well as cats, less often in dogs as well, get twisted, the lower part of the liver, and it needs to be operated. Basically, they cut that part that got twisted, and the animal live fine after that. So they told me, they reassured me, the surgery is completely safe. They've done that numbers and numbers of times before. So I signed all the papers, but they didn't want to proceed until I actually gonna go ahead and pay money. I couldn't get the loan with a pet card, and I was looking for a person who can be my co-signer. Eventually I did find a person who was willing to pay me and help me financially. Friend of mine, she gave me even more than supposed to. So the operation with the anesthesia and everything was supposed to cost about $2,500 plus. Canadian, of course, Canadian dollars. Anyway, I reassured doctors and everybody that money is on the way. I paid half of it already, more than $1,000 I put down. And the day when they were supposed to operate my bunny, they called me. They said she was quiet, but her vitals were still fine. So I said, well, you guys, the vets, the doctors, right? You are professionals, and you're supposed to know better what to do. So I'm still crying because it's like it's really terrifying. Anyway, and then in the afternoon they called me, and they said she passed away. And you know, when you get news like that, you're like, the last thing you want to believe in that news, right? So, of course, I asked the question, what happened? Did she pass away during the surgery? Like some bunnies, they pass away because they bleed too much, they cannot stop bleeding or something. They said, no, they didn't even operate her. They sedated her, they put anesthesia, and she passed away. She developed arrhythmia, abnormal heart rhythm. But surprisingly enough, they knew about that, and I believe they over-medicate her over the period of a few days that she was there. And they were taking time, they were doing long process of investigation of eliminating other problems, which the only thing what they had to do is to do ultrasound on the same day, and they delayed that process. Thanks to OVC in Guelph, veterinary hospital in Guelph. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you especially to Dr. What's her name, Claudia Kabachov. It's the second bunny that dies in her hands. Last year we had another bunny, female bunny, we took in emerge, and she basically, I would say, she killed it or neglected, and it led to our bunny rabbit death. The conclusion of the story, we went to pick up the bunny, although they were asking us to leave it and to do post-mortem, basically to open up the bunny and to see what caused that actually, and we said no, because after all my animal went through, I don't want my bunny to even, it's not a life, I don't want her to suffer even more. I mean, for her poor little body. When we picked her up on that day, and they gave her in a little bag, for dead animals, we opened her up and we looked at her. Her belly was shaved, and all her belly was full of cuts, like deep cuts, like with blood and stuff. And I asked doctor, but you guys, you said you didn't do the surgery. She said, oh, you know what, those are clippers. We were just, when we were shaving, it looks worse than it is, but it is pretty horrible. I will be posting some pictures on the social media, because it's not only negligence, but it's a pure animal abuse for the money I'm paying. And like they say, the reason I'm saying money, because they put it such a big deal that I have to pay before they even gonna move one finger of theirs, right? Which I understand, they're doing the work, but what the impression I got, I went to many clinics before in Toronto, all over Toronto, different clinics. Some of them are pretty horrible, but Guelph, University of Guelph should know better how to treat animals, and how to at least like trim the fur before the surgery. Anyway, I strongly believe that what they do there is a pure animal abuse, and they didn't want us even to take the body, right? That's why they said, let's us do the post-mortem and then we give you the ash. Apparently they didn't want us to see the deep cuts what she had, and on her paws all over. Some of her paws are shaved. I understand they were doing IV, something through the vein. They were pumping some medication or whatever. So but when the bunny has such a deep cuts, even before the surgery and before the anesthesia, she can simply die from pain. Like, bunnies have simply very sensitive heart because they're prey animals. And in this video, I just want you guys to be aware of scam bags and the doctors, the vets slash murders who taking money, who taking your trust, who taking your animal, the most little precious little babies, and then they give you back the body in the bag. So, like I said, the second bunny that died with this vet, and I will do my own investigation. I will also contact the supervisors and whatever. But one thing I know for sure, that this world, especially the vets, same as the doctors, everything is so corrupted, and they have pretty good insurance. So physically, you can't really sue them or do any harm to them. I'm talking about legally, right? But imagine if you have it, like, I'm sure if you watch this video, you're probably a pet lover, and you probably have a pet or had a pet. Beware of people that are abusing your animals. And at Guelph Hospital especially, you have no idea what's going on, because everything is hush-hush behind the walls, big walls. There is no windows. When they take your animal, you have no idea where they take your pet, what they're doing, and literally they can say anything. So later in this video, I will post some photos of my bunny when she was alive, and just after she passed away. Anyway, I'm just doing some research online about liver torsion in bunnies. That's exactly what my bunny had, and for a few days they couldn't figure out what it is. They were doing bunch of tests and bunch of blood work, this and that, instead of actually x-ray shows pretty well liver torsion, if it is. sitting on this website, binkybunny.com. Many stories about liver torsion. It says surgery should be advised the last, because it's actually very well known that the outcome is the worst. And for other bunny owners out there, my advice is anything before your vet will advise you to do, always Google it, check it. There are multiple websites, multiple pet owners, bunny owners out there. You can reach out or you can read some studies. So most of the studies says that 16 rabbits for over 5 years was going under the surgery. So that's based on a study. 7 were treated with supportive care. So if you do supportive care, that the liver enzymes can be first elevated with a liver torsion, and then they go down with medication, call it Metacam and others, as well as critical care, which is a liquid food for bunnies when they cannot eat and they cannot poop. That helps a lot. And it also says that and only 7 received of the 7 that received supportive care, 3 survived. And it also says that there is a poor outcome from the surgery. First of all, because of the anatomy of the bunnies, sometimes they can die during the external bleedings, because there are a few blood vessels that surround the liver, so it can be potentially very fatal, and as well as the anesthesia. So anesthesia actually killed my bunny. Well, that's according to a Dr. Claudia Kovachov. That's what she said. My bunny's heart went to the abnormal heart rhythm, or in a simple word, arrhythmia. And my personal opinion, I wasn't there, but my personal opinion and thought about that, the bunny was over medicated, stressed, scared, as I believe they didn't even keep her in a little place in a incubator. For some reason, I don't know why. Her body temperature was normal, even a little bit warm, and they said it's not need to keep her in the incubator. So that's really weird as well. But her cuts on the belly that you will see at the end of my video really cut the deep cuts on her stomach, on her abdominal area, even before she got into the surgery. That's what's really horrified me. And the way I want to end up this video, please research, do your homework before you take your bunny to the certain vets. Make sure they really know what they're doing, because as I'm saying, in Guelph, they are testifying that they know what they're doing and they're the best at that, but it turns out they're not, right? And again, when the vet offers you a surgery, an operation, which really costly, it costs from $2,500 up to $4,000. And at Guelph, each day cost us $100 just to stay overnight. The bunny stays overnight. And honestly, after this case, I don't trust much vets. So my opinion on that, make sure your bunny is in good hands, and research, ask other pet owners, especially bunny owners, and good luck. And hope my bunny is at a better place right now. Hope her soul is resting in peace and she's happy with whatever she is. Thanks for watching.
And every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.